Welcome back to another vlog. I have had a whole day in the office today. It's been kind of chaotic, but I'm happy to be home. Matt's out of football and I'm going to cook us some salmon with some like teriyaki sauce or some sort of sticky brown sauce on the salmon with some rice and greens and some ginger if we have it, and like, Asian kind of salmon for dinner. I wasn't going to vlog today, but I have something crazy to talk about because I am literally shook about it all. So I follow the Girls Bathroom podcast, and if you do as well, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So literally like an hour ago, I just saw a post from a very famous influencer basically saying that she found out via a podcast that her boyfriend was cheating on her, and honestly, it's such a heartbreaking post. It's so horrible. But I'm a long-term listener of the Girls Bathroom. Love the podcast. Think it's so good. Love the concept. It's just basically girls writing in about dilemmas, and those two, Sophia and Cynthia, giving like real honest opinions to girls, like just on their dilemmas. And they're so real and so like down to earth, and would say exactly what you expect any of your friends to say back in these situations. And oh my God, that story. So basically this guy goes on his own stag do, and he meets a girl, and it's the girls who are writing into the podcast, it's their best friend who meets the guy on the stag. They start an affair relationship, and the girl in her like email to Sophia and Cynthia basically tags or includes the handle on Instagram of this famous influencer. So they read out the whole story on their podcast, and basically it goes viral. People start creating TikToks about it. It like blows up, and the poor girl ended up finding out, and she's just put a post on Instagram to say like basically that it was her, and she's taking time away to just deal with it. And it's so sad. Like, I can't actually believe that she found out like that. They were due to get married. I think it's in like 4 months' time. They were meant to be getting married. It's horrific. And the guy was basically having like a long distance relationship with this girl that he met at Yacht Week, whatever Yacht Week is. How does that even happen? Poor girl. Credible company. So it's a little bit later. I've just been chilling for a little bit, watching TV, some random thing about botched surgeries and all that stuff. And I was randomly scrolling, and I came across a video about an artist called Marina Abramovic. And my brother, if he's watching, will be like, I told you about her years ago. But basically, I fell into this hole, all these different videos about this artist, and the video that I saw was her. I'll show you actually who she is. So this is her, this lady here. And hang on, I'm gonna do images. So this is the famous video that I saw. So basically that guy who's sitting across from her is her biggest like true love from her life, who I think they last saw each other in like the 80s. So it's been over 30 years since these two have last seen each other. And she does like, oh God, what's the name for the kind of art that she does? It's like real life experiences, performative art. Is it performative art? Conceptual artist. So basically all of her art is about like human connection, and it's all about like showing art through experiences of the public and like real life. So she's really famous. And my brother, this is Jack, this is the one you told me about. If you go into the Tate Gallery on the South Bank, she's famous for doing, I think it was in there, maybe it's not, I think it was in there. She's famous for doing a conceptual art piece where she basically stood in a room when she was 23. Maybe it wasn't there, I don't know. She stood in a room when she was 23, and she said that for 6 hours, members of the public, anyone, could come and do whatever they wanted to her. She had a big table out, and on the table were things like, there was like flowers, there was honey, there was like a scalpel, There was a big whip. There was a chair. There was a gun with a bullet. There was, oh my God, what else was there? There was like a feather. There was like all sorts. She's 76 now. Wow. There, hang on, I'm going to find out. Yeah, so it was a rose, a feather, perfume, honey, bread, grapes, wine, scissors, a scalpel. She's very brave. Nails, like as in hammer and nails. A metal bar, like a crowbar, a gun, and a bullet. And she basically, oh, here we go. It was at the Tate, I think. I mean, the Tate, I've got a picture. This is what it was. Okay, so this is her when she was 23. And then this is the table, and feathers, like all this stuff. And basically, obviously, as we know with the Stanford prison experiment, all those crazy things where you leave it up to the members of the public, things started off very benign, very nice, very like, you know, nobody was causing her harm. I think someone fed her some cake and did some different things. Then some people started to take her clothes off of her. Then somebody cut her with the scalpel. I just listened to like a live interview where she was like doing a small kind of talking thing with an audience. And she said, yeah, people would like cut her. Someone cut her on the neck with a scalpel, but obviously not like a deep cut. Anyway, then towards the end of the 6 hours, someone put a bullet in the gun and held the gun to her head, which sparked another argument, like a big fight with some other people that actually got this guy out of there. But how interesting. And it was all basically performative art, just about the public and how people can turn and do all sorts to you. So very, very interesting. Her name's Marina Abramovic. And the video, so the latest video, so that was like when she was 23. She's now 76. But a few years ago, I think it was like 2010, she did another conceptual art piece where her and the guy, basically her ex-boyfriend, who she used to do all of her performative art pieces with, except for that one where she was on her own, her and him were in a very long-term relationship, were like madly in love. They used to do all different kind of performative art pieces together, all about love and trust and romance. And their final piece before they broke up, because they broke up obviously over 30 years ago, was that when they decided they would break up, this performative piece was they both met at either end of the Great Wall of China, and they walked for like however many days, like I think it was like over 90 days, to each other, and had a kiss and a hug and said goodbye, and then they didn't see each other again until this video. So this one, this was at the Museum of Modern Art. She basically said that she will share a minute of eye contact with anyone who comes to see her. So again, like another visual thing to do with the public. And Yuri, her ex-boyfriend who she was with, who's like the biggest love of her life or whatever, he unexpectedly, unbeknownst to her, came as a member of the audience. And honestly, like when I first watched it, I was like, what am I watching? What's so sad? Why is everyone crying? And then when I found that out and you watch the video, it is so emotional. She just lifts her head up and she sees him, and then the tears start coming out of her eyes. It's so emotional. I'm going to link it below so you can go and watch it if you want. But yeah, incredible. Like, so fascinating. And I've just been reading up all about her life. So good use of my time there, I think, compared to just sitting scrolling or watching a TV about botched surgery. It's now 8:30 and Matt's going to be in at 10 to 9. So I'm going to get dinner on because I'm absolutely starving. I have been non-stop munching since I got in. I've literally had 2 big lumps of shortbread, a mince pie, and a packet of bacon flavoured crisps. So that's what happens when it's like, and this is so gross, I keep burping the bacon flavoured crisps and it's kind of lingering. It's making me feel a bit sick. So anyway, tonight on the menu we have some salmon that I mentioned to you earlier. So I am going to cook that for us. Here we have. Alrighty. Thank you. So it's a little bit later in the week, but I've got an exciting day. Today is usually a work day for me, obviously. Every day's a work day, like Monday to Friday. I am going to a volunteering thing at work today. So some of my good friends who I work with, we all signed up, and there's some drinks that start at 3:30 this afternoon. And yeah, I thought it was just a fun thing to do before Christmas. So we are doing things outside. So it's building bird houses, fences. We're doing a bit of pond management, which I hope doesn't involve getting wet because it's freezing. It's also a little bit later, which is so nice. So it's 20 to 9. I have to leave at 1:45. And yeah, it's going to be a really nice day. It was so nice getting up a little bit later this morning, just chilling. Well, I spent ages getting ready, and I listened to a girls' bathroom podcast from this week, and yeah, it's going to be a good day. I need to meet my friends at London Bridge. I think we're going to pick up a coffee, and then we're going to head to Rotherhithe, which I've never been to before. It's east. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. I need to wrap up warm because it's going to be cold. So I'm thinking just my puffer Uniqlo jacket and some black boots. And I've got this jumper on because it's kind of slightly festive. And I've got my Missima. Oh no, not Missima. These are Monica Vinader hoops. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a nice day. Okay, I think I'm ready. I just wanted to pop on at the end of this video because I realise it ends really abruptly. At the volunteering day, we had such a good time. We built a fence. It was a really good day. We had such a good time, but we then went out for drinks afterwards, and I've basically been struck down with a hangover from hell today. So that's been really fun. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on and just finish the vlog and say thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas as well. So next Friday, or this Friday, the very next Friday when you're watching this video, there will be Vlogmas starting on the 1st of December. And I'm committing to 12 videos throughout December, but maybe it might be a little bit more. I'm not sure. I need to see how I get on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry the vlog has been very short and a bit all over the place. I just had a busy week, so I'm really looking forward to Vlogmas though. That is going to be very consistent. So I hope that you will tune in and watch some of the videos for that. I hope you all have a lovely week. I'll see you on Friday.